25% to 12.
What?
They're fighting Koji Dittos.
I get Acno on the Koji. Godly, like, to me, this is just pure ego.
To deserve this?
You know, we're blessed.
We're blessed. You're blessed to see the mirror match in exact cosmetic mirror match.
Yeah. This is, again, I think this is ego from Godly, just saying, like, I'm taking your stuff.
You know, it was interesting because after that set with against the Godly, showing quite a bit of humility, actually. Okay, Acno just gets stared off the right side of the stage. They just looked at each other, did the same nod. What is happening?
Dude, this is some EU friendlies is what's happening right now.
Dude, there was but what did he say? He said something about the signatures made me go into like a for fun playstyle thing, but it was absolutely my fault. And then when somebody commented on how the signatures work, he's like, nah, they're totally beatable. I just didn't have the right mindset. And so I'm wondering if that's him either riding with the mindset that he was on when he last fought Boomy, or if this is a different what? I'm loving.
I think he's still in that for fun.
I've never seen this interaction between the player cams before, and it's completely distracting me from the game. I love it. I can't wait. They're just going to look at each other after every stock.
Yeah, every stock. Out, right? Instead of taunting in game, they just look at each other and just laugh.
Yeah. Your turn. Okay, look at there it is. Godly looking at us like, hey man, I tried to recover, okay?
Yo, that's the kind of stuff you can only get in these offline events, though, right? Like, they're not in a Discord call, video chatting and looking at each other.
Right, you know, they don't have the microphones on the headsets to be able to have that team communication that they should not have or ever need. He was actually sweating when he got that nair. That end came so close. Oh my goodness. I'm just waiting for the next, okay, Godly. Baiting with one end sig to get the end light.
It is Godly's turn.
It is Godly's turn. But Acno could steal that away from Acno, realizing that, goes off stage and says, here, edgeguard me.
Not done yet. Oh. Neither of them looked at each other. They knew he still had a chance, and Acno's going to come back up. Side stick thrown out.
Oh.
Godly misses the down heavy.
Bold, though, the slide charge that went off the side of the stage when it's your turn to take the stock. D-Light side air, they'll get it. I don't think that one deserved a head nod.
Yeah, no, Acno kind of like looked to the side a little bit, but Godly's like, no,
his neck and he's kind of like, really? Is that how you knock me out? Okay, fine. D-Light, end light. Got the super stacked end light too. Gravity cancel down, so that's going to be punished, but I would have liked to see a little bit more patience there on that punish there on Acno. Double nair though, and Godly's starting to bring this back.
Good dodge away from Godly. Ooh, missing the tatami mat. Nice jump nair coming out from Acno and the end light, and they're back to smiles and nods from Godly and Acno.
It may have been like a gentleman's to be like, okay, Koji Ditto, game one, and then he's going to go to Mordex or something.
Is that the equivalent of like a knife round? Like knives only?
Oh, you're talking about CS?
Well, like CS or Valorant, or are you just like,
it might be.
Right, knives only, okay.
That might be because I feel like in Brawlhalla, that's actually like one of the few games because it's on average you have a larger legend roster. One of the few games where that can actually happen.
2,
no,
1.
actually, it's just a Koji Ditto the entire way through. We're back to Demon Island. Here we go. Game number 2 with the lead in favor of Acno after that game 1.
Good sidekick pick from Godly though. Shoutouts to Terry. All right, Godly coming down in. You know, at the it's all fun. Oh, okay. Wait, can he come back? Okay, he's good. I was gonna say, like, it's all fun and games. Sure, they can nod and laugh after each stock, but also, like, this is elimination side of the bracket. Yep. Like, you can only nod so often before you're done.
Could have fooled me. I never know. This is so surreal. What is okay? Focusing back on the match.
This isn't even a qualifier for top 8. Like,
no, yeah, it's a top 16. That's exactly right. And I wonder if it's a situation here where also in Godly's case, right, like if he goes down 2-0 to Acno's Koji, that he feels like if he just switches to another legend, he can do it again. But at this point, I'm kind of like, I don't think that's actually the case. He whips the signature and he looks at, oh man, they're just having too much. Okay, all right, down air comes through. Let's see what Acno's able to do here, because at this rate, Godly's kind of taking the lead here. Okay, down sig. That's how you know they're for-funning it. The only player that I've ever seen use Koji down sig on ironically is Remy.
Why is he catching shade when he's right next to you?
Actually, I forgot. It's okay, Remy.
Second stocks here, Acno. Maybe getting a little bit more serious. Yeah, they're not as cheeky with their smiles now.
Yeah, that NC comes through. Now that's a pretty rough lead here from Acno, who is up a game but would like to have the security of a 2-0 lead in a best of 5. The dares and neutral air, side lights, everything's coming through here. Godly's getting deeper into the yellow, but he's okay. Acno. That was quite the deep dive there for that down air.
Can't keep the edge guard going. Godly got above that side air.
Oh, falls in the air. Could get another one on landing there. He's been really trying to snipe those landings with the N6.
It's punish. Why did he watch? Like, you could have just stood there charging to Tommy, Matt. Like,
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. He's still got a good charging on that side
for
sig.
sure.
But yeah. I think the side sig was the best punish. I don't think that Tatami Matt would have.
Yeah, Tatami Matt wouldn't have KO'd, but like.
I don't actually know in that situation what would have been the most damage. That's actually kind of a tough call. I don't know.
I think you could have gotten a longer charge on the Tatami
You're rarely in a
Matt.
situation where you get to watch a full charge like that.
Yeah.
And just at your opponent's back. It's just that's a tough one. D-Light Recovery could do it here. D-Light Cider could do it as well. But would that be deserving? Yeah, okay. He thinks so.
Just a head nod, though.
Yeah, just a head nod.
Just a head nod.
It was a very, very deep smirk, right, after the head nod, too.
I'm just saying, the smiles are fading a little bit. Set by set. They're by the end of it, they're just going to be grouchy boys.
You think so?
Probably not.
Yeah. I don't know. Like Godly was still having a pretty good time even after that Game 5 loss to Boomy. So I think he's just in it.
The real question is who's going to swap.
No, neither of them. Not anymore. You're
kind of like forced to commit. If you swap,
right.
then that like you're a punk.
It would be Godly because this is actually a character that Acno wins with all the time, and Godly is just kind of playing Koji.
Yeah.
So
very well though.
It would have to be Godly, I think. He is playing it quite well. Let's see how this goes as we're on game number 3 here. Falling down air connects. And he switches back over to the bow. Gets that weapon throw to connect a little delayed, but Acno manages to make it back with that gravity cancel down light and then air. It's a good amount of damage. We've got a bow mirror match going on right now.
His side airs from Godly help get him back. Damage trades is pretty even so far.
Yeah, recovery after waiting out that side sig was smart. Acno's so good with those neutral light and nair landing coverages. Godly's been going for some more committal ones when he goes for the end sig. But yeah, it's been mostly all Acno here on these landings. But now the first stock could go to whatever. Okay, lands right on the down stick, and that's where you're. No, never mind.
Oh,
okay.
See?
I thought it was
Acno's
over.
locked in.
No, this is, Godly delayed, turned his head and smiled, and then Acno just didn't even look at him, and that could be the last.
It's getting serious.
Okay.
Okay, that deserves one. That deserves. You gotta smile. You gotta smile.
Godly was kind of like, hold on, I gotta remind them what we're doing here. That fully charged end-sig on landing, that's one way to make your opponent go, haha, you got me. Falling nair, though, from Godly.
He's sweat beaten.
Yeah.
Oh, still got past him, though. Edge guard opportunity.
Ooh, nice dodge off the Sair. Cancels it into a sidelight, too. When you spot dodge an attack in air, you have a window where you can gravity cancel. So if you're really good at it, you can dodge the attack and then still use that dodge as a resource to get an attack afterwards. And that's what we just saw Acno do there to really great advantage.
It's a lot harder to do against an actual attack. You'll see a lot of people do it when a weapon toss down happens, right? They'll spot dodge through the weapon toss and then gravity cancel.
Yeah, in order for that to work against the Sair, it almost had to be only the second swing.
Yeah, it's way harder to do it against just a regular attack.
But here we are, Godly with the lead once again. And as we're getting further into the match, I'm starting to feel like they're more okay, this is actually elimination bracket, and if I lose this, it is match point. And this is actually very tough, right? I don't think this matchup is being nearly as free for either player as they thought it would be.
Dude, this is how they're like, I don't want to play a best of 5, let's play a best of 3.
Do you think that's what's gonna happen? They just get up?
They're like, all right, we're good. Downlight, end light comes out. Okay, Acno cleans up the stock. We're going to final stocks here. And like I said, they're not looking over and smiling.
Godly has a little bit, but Acnos, he is dialed in for sure. Falling down here into end light there. And it's just a matter of taking the perspective of what's at stake here, especially at Dallas. Because we know that, Godly, he's got that top 4 on double side, but as Remy talked about earlier, Acno and Blaze were out at 5th.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be there on Championship Sunday in 2. So Acno's got one last bracket in which he could do it, and he's got Godly in the way. And now their last stock, deep damage here. Acno in red, though. Godly's still in orange. And Godly's on the verge of winning us the match point.
Nair again. Ooh, doesn't get the end sig that he wanted, though. Godly ended up going to the outside.
Ooh, hits the weapon out of his hands. Down just the wrong
side.
way. That's huge. That could have been the edge guard in the game. I don't think it would have had enough force, but it still would have been a massive amount of damage. Weapon throw stops that down. To Godly sends him in the air. Oh, a little bit of a blunder there with that recovery.
Wait. Another one of those. Godly might get this one.
I think-
Acno going real far to the outside. Ensig misses.
They exchange weapon throws. Can Acno make it back? He gets dive kicks.
Does he
He
have to
doesn't have
move
to
in?
jump, and he fast falls off the side of the stage. That dare was all he needed. 602 damage for Godly there to bring it to match point.
Acno likely going to be sticking with the Koji.
Yeah.
I think if the roles were reversed and Godly was down
He would
2
switch.
games, that he would switch.
I agree with you. But now it's at a point where it's like, what is Acno's other one's legends? I don't think he's going
It's like,
to
does
get
he
off
go to the
Koji.
Kaya?
The weird thing about this tournament today, which is making me go like, huh, Godly he's playing quite wild compared to what I'm used to, is that he did actually start some sets with the Kaya. He's talked about playing Kaya before.
Dude, he's mixed up a lot of his picks today.
Yeah, it's been really wild for me to track how he's been playing. Because I know that like at the Royale, he said there's a chance that he might bring up the Kaya, and then before the Royale, he was just kind of like, I hate this Kaya legend.
Yeah.
Stop letting me fight it. So it's like he's really been in flux in terms of what he's been playing and what his attitude towards competing has been like. And so I'm curious what he's going to do if this goes to a Game 5 scenario. But I think you're absolutely right. Koji all the way through here. It's just a matter of whether or not Acno does it as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's ego on the line now. If you switch, then the rest of the EU region is going to clown you for being the guy who
Switched off Koji?
Yeah, who lost the game of chicken, the Koji chicken.
Is that what this is?
Yeah. Oh, no, they both did it. They gentlemen's to Kaya.
I wonder if that was a gentleman's thing or if it actually is just Godly being like whatever character that you pick, I want to pick it. I think the way that it works though is that the winner. I don't.
Winner has to lock in first,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I think so. But either way, they're going into this agreeing to this. So now somebody switched to Kaya, and then the other person matched it, right? And these are now technically both characters that they can play. Although in both cases, my idea is that Acno is the better of these two characters because of how long he's been playing them. Like Acno was doing Koji first, he was playing Kaya first. And so Godly matching him in these mirror matchups just becomes a pure skill matchup between the two players of who can play the mirror match better.
Well, right now, it looks like Godly's got that a little bit more skill because he's up 2-1.
I would give this favor to Acno still, despite this. It's 2-1 with the Kojis, right? But now we're on the Kayas. I'm thinking this might be going to a game number 5 here. Let's find out. That side sig misses. Acno down 6 off the side of the stage to avoid a great spot dodge.
Acno has had some fantastic reaction spot dodges so far. Down sig connects. Acno's going to get launched on that one.
Yeah, Kaya's got too high of a defense to go down.
Oh, he didn't touch. Dude, Godly was shaking his head the second he didn't touch.
It's kind of a little embarrassing because that is the Acno recovery, right? Like popularized by him at BCA. Okay, that's.
They're straight up bantering with each other. He turned and held up his controller and was like, dude, I was mashing dodge.
I didn't know it was on cooldown. 3 seconds is a long time, okay? My goodness. Yeah, it's even stocks now. But it is match point. Like, the pressure there for Acno is quite high.
Oh, for sure. There's a real possibility of Godly taking out Acno here and finishing out the set.
Absolutely. Acno dashing forward and backwards there, getting hit by that downline neutral recovery. That is just the bread and butter of the bow. Acno could have done the same, but he doesn't follow up with the recovery himself. Damage relatively even. Now even after that dare connects, and that narrows send Godly into a situation where he has to land, and it's just going back and forth here. No read after that side light, just gets a recovery.
Neutral light coming out from Acno. Both of them, second stock's red.
Oh, side light doesn't get the pivot down light afterwards. Godly just goes up for a straight down light side air. After that side light, has him off the side of the stage. Recovery catches them dodging in. Second recovery takes him off the top. And Acno with the shake of his head and adjusting those glasses knows that he is now not only at match point, but on his potential last stock of the bracket. Here is Godly.
His tournament stock.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the GCN light though. Godly comes back down. Acno. I saw the stars come out. Was that a wake-up recovery? Down sig will connect. Final stocks here.
Oh, and the down sig at the side of the stage does make it dead even. Let's see. Can Acno bring it to a game 5? Oh, both players on stage. Oh, Acno's just done for.
That's sweat beads, and that's it. Godly takes it. 3-1 over Acno.
Yeah. Probably one of the most lighthearted sets I've ever casted this far into the bracket.
Surprisingly relaxed for the situation they were in.
Yeah. Godly taking that one 3-1, doing mirror matches the entire way. If you look at the PR numbers, the results of that matchup tend to be pretty fair, but that was as much banter as I've ever seen on a stage match that I think I'll ever see.
Especially like they're not next to each other, right? Like, there's a vast area of space between the two of them, but they're still
nothing in the way. There's nothing in the way, right? So they look over there, they can still make eye contact. That's what matters. That was a set.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was a set.
Green